Hey y'all, it's Dr. Tiffany. I hope you're doing well, and with me as always is everyone's favorite, absolutely not apocalyptic feline, Audrey, who is extra squirmy today. Okay, so this one is a big deal. Measles. Been seeing a lot about it in the news lately, and for good reason, because it's rising big time. Okay, there are multiple outbreaks in the United States that are current. There's Philadelphia. There's been someone decided to send their kid to a daycare when they had active measles and was supposed to be quarantining, and infected a bunch of people, along with taking them to a medical center where other people got infected there too. Southwest Washington State currently has an outbreak going on, at least 3 cases that we know of in unvaccinated adults. Oh, the Philly one was unvaccinated as well. There's also been cases reported in New Jersey and in Georgia. These are all separate outbreaks. These are not connected to the same one. And there were two areas where people were exposed in Virginia as well. So this is a problem that is occurring in the now. In Europe, the UK has declared a national incident because they've got an uncontrolled outbreak that's sickened several hundred people over the past month or so. And in Europe, listen to this. They had 942 cases the year before last, and last year they had 42,000 cases. As across the world cases rose by 19% in 2022, and deaths rose by 73% in 2022. They don't have 2023 stats yet. So this is a rising problem everywhere, and it is caused by falling vaccination rates. Let me repeat that again so that is unequivocal. This problem is solely due to falling vaccination rates. Why do we care? Well, we're going to get into that now. It's the most contagious disease basically ever. Its R naught is between 12 and 18, the number of people it spreads to, given an ideal environment. That is possibly rivaled by some of the COVID variants, but nothing else really even comes close. It can cause everything from, it can cause severe effects in everything from fetuses to the elderly. It causes fetal demise, premature birth, and neonatal sepsis when pregnant women get it. Its incubation period is 8 to 12 days. It starts off as a high fever, cough, and runny nose and red eyes, kind of like every other respiratory disease ever. So it spreads silently after a long incubation period, so it's hard to track. After 3 to 5 days, you get a rash and very high fever, often over 104 degrees. So, but Tiff, you haven't said too many harmful things yet. So let's get into that. Serious cases. Hospitalization occurs in 20% of cases among unvaccinated individuals. That's of all ages, although the percentages are higher in children under 5 and adults over 20 years old. Okay, so this can really mess up young adults too. Pneumonia occurs in 5% of kids that get it. Encephalitis, which is swelling of the brain, occurs in 1 out of 1,000. And death occurs in 1 to 3 out of 1,000 people. The aforementioned pregnancy complications as well, and it does this weird thing where it wipes immunity to other diseases as well, called immunity amnesia. And this can cause outbreaks of other diseases or let people get sick from other diseases like COVID. There is no known treatment for measles to make this any better. The only treatment is prevention, and the prevention occurs in the form of a highly effective vaccine that has been available for a long time. If you're an adult, you can get a titer check to see if you're still covered by immunity, although it's generally pretty good about sticking around. The thing about this is a 100% preventable problem. No child should be dying from this. And you can't say, well, 1 in 1,000. Well, that's not that high. Would you let your child eat a container of yogurt that would have a 1 in 1,000 chance of killing them? Or let them cross the street if you knew that 1 out of 1,000 times they did it, they die? No, we wouldn't put up with those kind of odds ever. And this is entirely preventable. This is what anti-science and know-nothing BS gets us. So let's not be a part of this. If you're still listening, thank you. This is like my longest TikTok video ever. I love you. Stay safe.